Life, everything I ever wanted. Yeah. My life, so real. Before I used to dream I could rule the world. Now it's thorough, I survived the pearls and my fly apparel. 745 a pill, no candy paint, no chrome wheels. I close deals, try to see my face on my own bills. The president here, he honest and fair. Pray for the days when the kin of slaves are honored and shared. January 20th, I was there, I'm aware the part I played to get young voters to care. Recession is a blessing in disguise for a new economy to rise. Some old has to die, I'm still sipping.
Monday night, after my I Am King weekend, you know, so it's been about, I'd say, 48 hours since I sat in Curtis's chair. And Curtis is Diddy's personal groomer and barber. He's done so many other stars, from Nas to Usher, everybody that we know in hip-hop that likes to keep a fresh edge, keep a fresh haircut. Curtis is the barber extraordinaire that has, taken people's hair and given it the exceptional gleam of a king. So the only problem is Curtis is only one man, and Curtis had to fly back to LA after our Saturday night I Am King photo shoot. So what Curtis did do was Curtis passed on some vital knowledge and information on how to keep my skull fresh, fit like a king, and how to do it in 5 very, very, very simple steps. And he didn't really break down the exact 5 steps, but I was comfortable in Curtis's chair, and he was dropping those gems and jewels of wisdom in my ears, and I was listening and I was absorbing, and so I put together my own specific routine that I know that I could do until next time I could sit in Curtis's chair. Because I asked him, I said, how long do people go, like sometimes if they have a baldy or if they don't shave for a little while? He said sometimes like 5 days and all that. But for me, I can't go past a couple days without, freshening it up, staying sharp and everything. So I'm going to show you in 5 simple steps Curtis's routine. Contest, and well, starting to grow back. It looks a little rough, you know what I mean? Can't let it go too far, So what I'm going to do now is something special, a routine that Diddy's personal groomer, Curtis, taught me, that something I wasn't doing before, but something once I got the information and knowledge from Curtis, and he showed me a specific product that he has, something that I'm going to use to basically get myself freshened up right here, and give you an example of how to be a king in about 5 simple steps, very quick. It should be within 15-20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes at the most if you're really taking your time with this little routine here, so that you can be up fresh, ready to go. And I know we all love sitting in Curtis's chair. He's a smooth, very humble and interesting human being to talk to, and he has all kinds of stories, and he's a great person. Just straight up and down. Curtis is a true king. So we love sitting in Curtis's chair and talking with Curtis and everything. But Curtis had to fly back to LA because Diddy's working on a movie. So when we're not sitting in Curtis's chair, we got to take Curtis's wisdom and do what we can do until we can sit back in Curtis's chair. So what I'm going to do is just show you in 5 simple steps my routine that I developed from Curtis's knowledge to me, and some little innovations I had to make, just based off the tools that I have. One of the most important aspects of the dry shave is understanding the grain of where the hairs actually grow. And what you have to do is, this is a brush that you can get with most clipper sets that you get from like a beauty store. It's just basically brush up the hair and make sure that it's not curling back into the skin. And also, so you can see where the grain or which direction the hairs are growing. Sometimes the hairs grow in different directions, just depending on just just the side of your face that you're on, or even from the bottom. Like the bottom of my hairs go with the grain going that way, and this is up against the grain. And with clippers, I actually go against the grain sometimes if your clippers are right. If your clippers are too sharp, then if you go against the grain, then you're going to cut your hair below too deep into the skin. It's going to cause bumps. If your clippers are just right, you can go against the grain and it'll keep just enough above. So this initial brush right here just basically keeps everything sticking out so that the clippers can catch it and cut it. Simple step there. And you know, another thing is if you live in a hot area and you don't have air conditioning and you like live in a place where you're sweating and everything, it's very hard to do a dry shave with clippers if your skin is moist too much. So what I'm going to do is just take the clippers here and start that. Gotta plug them in. Make sure that they you have a electrical outlet or an extension cord to where you can plug your clippers in. Usually that shouldn't be a problem unless you live in some old 1920s crib somewhere in Queens. Like my roommate in Queens one time, he had a plug. He had no plugs in his bathroom. I had to take the extension cord from his studio and plug my clippers to his extension cord from the studio. Thank God I'm in Harlem right now and I have a plug right here by the wall. Alright, so when I start with cutting basically my beard with the clippers, I usually just come over here and I usually hold it like this. And I go here against the grain with it. Sure that I keep it even, keep the hairs up, stretch the skin out. Make sure that I'm getting a good cut on it. You do one side of my face at a time. And this is why barbershops for black men have been sanctuaries for ages. It takes time to do a great job on a king's face and head. It takes love. It takes attention to detail. You know, it takes a certain soul, you know, you have to have. And that's exactly what Curtis provides, you know what I mean? When you sit in this chair, it's almost like therapy, man. You're talking, you're getting yourself cleaned up, but at the same time, you know, he calls it shave therapy. It's almost like spirit therapy too, even for yourself, you know. Because the body and the face and the head is all a temple. So when you take care of yourself on the outside,